Hello YouTube, we are back again. It's been a while. This is take number 2 because I just recorded a long video, started editing it and realised the bloody audio didn't record. Absolute nightmare. So this is take 2. Obviously it's been a while since I've done it, and I've upgraded the Windows system to a level and all that kind of rubbish, so yeah. I should have checked really before I started. So where have I been? Christmas, I'd had holidays booked off for Christmas originally anyway. I've obviously changed work that I've been doing, so I had an extended break at Christmas, and then I rolled that over, obviously because I live in Hong Kong, so we had Chinese New Year over here in near the end of January, so I extended it, the Christmas break, and then had a couple of weeks doing some trading, and then obviously I had Chinese New Year off as well. So yeah, I've had a nice long break through December, and then January I've been doing trading on my own funded prop firm account, which is I use MFF, my FOREX funds. You'll see my certificate just here. So yeah, I've just been concentrating on doing that really, because this is going to be solely my income that I'm going to try and build up now over the next couple of years. Obviously with the profits that I make from that, I'm going to put into my own trading account as well, so I'll try and build up my own big trading account as well as trading their account, and hopefully in a good few years I'll be able to build a nice big trading fund account for myself as well. So that's what I've been doing. I'm doing a lot of scalping, no long-term trades this year because I've just been in and out of. I've been going to the gym quite a lot, kind of focusing a lot on health this year in 2023. So yeah, that's where I've been. So yeah, I haven't been doing any recording or uploading. I'll probably continue doing some videos in the future going forward. It won't be as frequent as it was last time. Like I was doing it once a week, twice a week sometimes maybe. But yeah, I'm going to try and get one out once a week. I'll try and do one, at least one bi-weekly. If you want to know something or thoughts on something, just leave me a comment on the videos. Obviously I'll read it, and maybe we can do a short video if there's something particular you're looking at, but I'll try and keep up, and do as many videos as I can, obviously, but obviously trading comes first, so my focus is solely on that at the moment. So yeah, I've changed things around a bit. I took a couple of the pairs off that I don't really trade anymore. So Euro GBP's gone, Euro USD's gone, because I don't really trade that. I was only really looking at that pair for other people, but I'm not going to waste my time analysing that now because I don't even trade it. So we're just going to be looking at the pairs I trade, and then I have included another pair for a friend that wants to know my thoughts on that. So shout out to Brent and the expats. So I'll have a look over the US dollar and the Philippine peso too. So let's kick it off with the pound against the Japanese yen, which is my favourite pair. As you can see, since the beginning of the year we've had pretty much consolidation sideways movement between this range here. It's pretty much a 4-hour range, so if you move back down to the 4-hour range, as you can see, from this supply here, we've just been moving up and down. Sell from the top, buy from the bottom. Pretty easy trading. Look for these small indecision doji candles that happen here in these zones, and then it's a pretty easy sell or a buy to take whichever direction you trade in. At the moment, I'm just squeezing price here in the middle of this range to give us an indication of where price is going to look to go towards next. If we break above here, we could look to sell from this supply zone if we do get a doji candle in this zone or near this zone again. If we do happen to break above, as you can see to the left hand side here, we've got a nice big clean range, pretty much all the way up to here, and we could look to aim to go up to the supplies here, which is a 700 pip move, so there's big pips on the table. As you can see, once it breaks above that, there's nothing stopping it to the left to keep pushing right on, and quickly too. If we break below, obviously again we'd look to buy from this demand zone at the bottom here. Even more ideal would be this big one at the bottom here that was touched on multiple times, that we've had many trades on in the past. But we'll have to see if price goes all the way back down there before we get that trade on. So yeah, I've just been scalping the ranges, the smaller ranges, in the past since the beginning of the year when I've had time. So obviously, you know, that's why I've not been doing many videos. So that's what I'm looking for on GJ. The break above here for a nice big move, pretty clean and quick. I should imagine it would be. Or if not, just continue selling from the supply zone at the 4 hour here and buying from the demand at the bottom. Pretty easy trade to take. So with that per cover, we'll move over to EURAUD. I've got this marked out. If we go on to the 4 hour chart, again, as you can see, this level here is a pretty key level. It was resistance a couple of times, we managed to break above, and as you can see, it's acted as a support multiple times along the way. We have breached it and popped back down below, but again we soon pop back up above this level, and it's acted as support many times over the past year. As you can see, we breached it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, but we find ourselves back above it again. So this looks like a solid foundation for a bottom here. So yeah, we could look to get a buy on. I mean, it might be a little bit risky at the top there. If we go up to the daily candle, the daily candle was finished bearish last week, so ideally I'd like it to come back down and touch this zone again, and once we do, then I'll get a buy on. We can get a fairly tight stop loss, you see, just in case it isn't a breacher like these here, like the others. We can hold and get a nice turn on that one. Look to aim to get to the supply zone at the top again. So that's my call on EURAUD. I mean, obviously there is the possibility of price going bearish, but we'd have to break below this zone, break above this, break below this trend line, and then if we get me drawing tool on, yeah, if we get a break below this zone here and then back up, and then we could look to go down again, because let's give me a horizontal line. That looks like a zone there that we could aim towards. Yeah, pretty clean range to move down to if we do break below this low here. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, if price holds this zone here next week, it's a nice easy buy, I would say, to look to get on if you trade this pair. Okie doke, so with that pair coupled, we'll just switch over to GBPUSD. Massive trade. As again, last year, if you followed the channel back in end of September, October, we got the buy on this 1985 weekly demand zone here. So if we go to when we bought, well, we peaked here at the beginning. That was 1,682 pips, as you can see there. It took 77 days, so just over 2 months, 55 bars, and it was a great return on the trade. So if you continue to hold in, well done, because I closed mine on the holiday periods and took the profits. I was more than happy to take what I had left running and look to buy back in again this year, which is what I've got marked out here. We've got a little demand zone that was created. We've got equal highs here, which obviously will coincide. Let me move that. These little, yeah, so as you can see, it was support there. A couple of times it flipped and got broke, and it's acted as resistance 2 times here, but we have still got a higher low that's been created, so technically we're still bullish, but we'll have to see if price does hold this level this week. Then I could look to get a buyback on, which I think I will do on market open this week, and get a pretty tight stop loss there, and then we can look for a push back up. Okie doke, so that's what I'm looking for on GBPUSD. I'm looking for a continuation to the upside. So with that per covered, we'll just have a quick look at the US dollar, Philippine peso for the boys over there. As you can see, so the US dollar had a big push up. So let me get my head around this. So yeah, so it's at $59, isn't it? Because the US dollars is, yeah. 1 peso is $59. Yeah. Anyway, so we created this top here at 59 pesos. Sorry, so it's $1 to 59 pesos, as you can see there, Philippine peso. Yeah. And then we've had a drop back down. We've created a couple of supply zones along the way, and we've broken a couple of demand zones along the way. Now price still is looking bearish to me. As you can see, we've created a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and we've created another lower low. Now the next couple of weeks is going to be dependent on what's going to continue to happen along with the US dollar against the Philippine peso. We've got a weekly supply zone here, so let me get me little yeah, so we've got a little support zone here at 54 pesos. We might get a little push back up into the supply zone, but obviously it might coincide with this moving average that's coming down here, and we might gather some supply and then look to break the low. If we break this low here, it looks like it could continue to go down to at least 52.5 pesos. So that's what I'd be looking for on these two currencies. If this zone at $54.30 breaks, and then we'd, like as I said before, we've got clean range here. There's no mess to get through. It's pretty easy traffic. This is the mess here that's going to cause, you know, a hold up in price. Whether we're going to gather demand back again like we did previously, or whether it will break through the low. But there's a lot of mess going down here, but it's possible that we could see it come down to 52.5 pesos, continuing, depending on if the bearish trend does continue. So if you want to take a screenshot on go on TradingView, the charts are free. You can mark your own chart up. This is 100 EMA moving average, and yeah, and just keep watching. Screenshot this video, then you can mark up, and then if we do get a visit back in the supply, if it doesn't break, then we could look and see a nice drop back down, hopefully move through this clean range here. Okie doke. So it's pretty much what I'd be looking for. I'd looking to, if momentum still continues from these candles and breaks through, we could look to sell and go down. If it holds and we get a push back up, we might just meet this dynamic resistance of the moving average and the supply zone and then drop back down. If it breaks above both, then you're in trouble. It's looking like it'll probably go up medium to long term at least, short to medium term at least, possibly to another supply zone before dropping again. But yeah, that would be my call on the US dollar and the Philippine pesos. I mean, if we draw a trend line going up, we are technically underneath the trend line here. We did break below it, and we broke below, and as you can see, it broke back up, and then we've had another rejection. So it might be possible that we could see a break. This would be a nice area. For price to continue going down. So yeah, that's what I'd look for in US dollar and Philippine peso. So with that done, we'll have a quick look at gold. This was another mad trade that we had. Last year we bought on this triple bottom at the bottom here. Let's have a quick measure. The day we bought, we peaked at that candle there. Oh sugar. Let me get my measuring tool out. We bought there and there. 32,700 pips, 90 days, pretty much 3 months on the nose, 62 bars. So if you held that for that long, you did a fantastic job. as I was saying before on the GU trade in the holidays, I took profits on all my trades, so I'm not still holding it, unfortunately. Although I probably should have done. It's a fantastic move that we bought on this triple bottom here down at the bottom at this demand zone. We're still looking bullish, obviously, because that was a very steep climb. It looks like we're just creating a lower high here, a higher low, sorry. So yeah, this zone here that was resistance is now looking like support. If we break this trend, that'll be the last chance for a price to hold, coincide with the moving average here, for another either going up or go down and then up. If it breaks both of those, then we could look to be moving quite a bit further down, but I'd like to see gold continuing to the upside, and make some more new highs and break these supplies at the top. That'd be ideal, because I hold a couple of gold bars in my little savings pot. So obviously long term I'm a gold bull, obviously, which pretty much everybody should be. So that's what I'm looking for on gold. So with that done, we'll have a quick look at the dollar. As you can see, we were bearish. We've been bearish since September, October last year. We've got a main trend going down. We've got a secondary trend line here. We're making lower lows and we're still making lower highs. I'd like to see this level hold here and then continue pushing down and break this lower low here, and then for the US dollar to keep breaking down. Obviously it's highly manipulated, the US dollar. We've got rate hikes, inflation battling one another. We've got all sorts going on with jobless claims and all. You know, there's just so much news that makes it choppy and churvy. But you know, in a natural trend, we're pretty much bearish on the dollar. So yeah, I'd like to see it continue. If we do break above this high here and break above this supply, possibly to this zone here, then it looks like we might be turning back bullish again. But that'd take a hell of a lot of a push to for that to be the case. Okie doke. So with that covered, we'll have a quick look at Bitcoin. Coincides with the dollar. I'd love it to the dollar to continue going weak, so all our crypto portfolios look a bit better. We had a nice teacup recovery shape here, just big U, straight back up above this long-standing trend line. This supply zone here is going to be the crucial one for me that we need to break. As you can see, we tapped into it previously on this little bull run that we've had recent, and then we've dropped back down. But once we break above this supply zone here, we've got a clean range at least up to 28,500, and then we've got a lot of mess over here around 30,000 area. So that'd probably be the next resistance zone there, where price could hold up, and as I've got the arrows drawn out here, we could go up, meet that resistance, drop back down, and then push back up to the supply here, and that'll be the next one that we're looking to break. As then after that, we've got a clean range above there, back up to 37,000, 35,000 area. So yeah, let's hope that it continues for the rest of the year. Many people say it's not going to, but you know, many people said it was going to continue going down to 12k, and obviously that didn't happen, did it? So we can only go off what we see, and that's what I'm seeing so far. Yeah, so as I was saying before, I'll try and do some more videos as regularly as I can, but most of the time I'm scalping small time frames, and obviously you can't make videos on that. If price gets into significant areas or significant breaks happen, like this Bitcoin one breaks above and etc, then obviously I'll do a video. If you want to know something, just give me a shout, give us a comment on the videos, and then I'll update on something that you're looking at specifically. Maybe I can do a shorter video for you. I can look to do that. Or if you want to try your hand at a funded prop account, give my FOREX funds a go, MFF. They're a good account, they're pretty cheap. They've got some good trading conditions. You get 70% profit split on your first payment, which is after a month, and then after that it's bi-weekly, and it moves up to 80%, and then the third time you get paid it moves up to 85% you get back. So it's a pretty good project that they've got going on there. I'll leave a link in the description. There's a link in the bio if you want to become an affiliate of mine. If you follow along, it's just extra money that you can make from sitting at your computer and doing some charts and trading. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. As I say, I'll try and get as much out as I can. If it's not going to be once a week, it's going to be once a couple of weeks. And I'll try and keep the ball rolling on the videos. Alright everyone, cheers, take care.